fishing, hat fishing. That's what we're going to talk about right now. Why? Because it's trending. It's relevant. It's related to hair loss. We're going to talk about it. Now, just so you know, hat fishing is the concept in which a man who hasn't quite come to terms with his balding yet, or is ashamed of the fact that he's balding, wears hats on a regular basis to where that's the norm. And therefore, he hides the fact that he's balding, or keeps people from thinking about it. This is especially a relevant term in dating. Maybe the guy wears a hat on his profile pic in Facebook, so he's only seen in photographs with a hat. And then on the first date, he's wearing a hat. And then suddenly, finally, the girl realizes, wait, is he bald? So, the problem with hat fishing is that it's one of those things where if you're honest up front about being bald, then it's going to be a non-issue, in theory. Whereas if there has to be this moment of, oh, by the way, I am bald, as if she hadn't figured it out by that point, then there's less honesty in it. There's less trustworthy. There's less respect. Some might argue, well, yeah, but Nick, if we're going on someone judging me based on a picture and I have no hair, then I could instantly be disqualified. That could be true, I guess, for an online dating situation. If nothing in your description is interesting, I guess that could be the case. But largely, I think most people who are coming to this channel are not here because they're wanting tips on online dating stuff. I think more so than anything, this happens to do with real life face-to-face encounters and being able to be confident to ask the girl out even if you don't have hair. So in that case, a hat would only serve as a crutch, and it's almost like it's being less honest, and then it only leads to this coming out, oh yeah, I'm bald, by the way. Are you okay with that? If a man simply embraces his baldness and has the confidence in the first place, then there's not going to be a need for hat fishing. Now, I'm so aware of hat fishing that I've already made a video about this a while back, probably a year or so ago, talking about hats. Yes, it's important to have some cool hats in your collection. But for me, I think I am very motivated to not be seen as hat fishing. That I make a point when I make my hair loss videos to not be wearing a hat, because I don't want to make it seem like I am ashamed of my Norwood 3. In fact, I guess it would give me street cred, because there's some viewers who say I have no right to be talking about hair loss because I've got too much hair. And so for me, I'm all about embracing the size of my forehead, and I don't want to be seen as hat fishing. So in theory, I should probably wear hats more often, just because, you know, hats can add a lot to your identity too. But I actually make a conscious effort not to wear them that much, selfishly, because I like taking my walks and I like getting tan in the summer to last me through the winter. And if I'm wearing a hat, it keeps me from doing that. But yeah, fundamentally, the problem with hat fishing is it's creating this storyline in which people, if you're subconscious about your hair loss, then it's creating a problem. It's one thing if you just really like hats, that's fine. But as long as it's not something you're literally hiding behind for hat fishing. So, it's inevitable. First embrace your hair loss, then wear hats. And I would even say, especially for first-time encounters, as far as meeting someone for the first time, you wouldn't necessarily want to be seen with the hat. Show your true colors from the get-go, and then there's nothing to explain. I'm Nick Shell, and all I ever talk about is hair loss. I make about 3 videos a day on hair loss. Some may say that's too many, but remember, I've got an app on the phone that I'm filming this from. And stats show that if I don't do 3 videos a day on hair loss, viewership goes down, subscribership goes down. What the free market, which you're part of, has determined for my life is that basically I'm a slave to you. I have to make 3 videos a day. Otherwise, you'll stop watching and I will be less relevant. But what is relevant right now? The term hat fishing.